Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Shake out or fake out? This is the big question that I think is on everybody's mind today. Either way, just hodl your bags, and is this a good time to accumulate more crypto? Well, guys, we've got some statistics here that I wanted to go over. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what the heck is happening with the crypto market. I know I've been getting people in my real life too texting me, wondering, oh my goodness, what am I to do at this point in the game? Well, the Wolf of Wall Street's here also noticing this, okay? $2 billion liquidated in 24 hours. He says that is a record. More than the beer flu dump, more than the FTX collapse. This is epic. And Lance down here saying 2 billion so far. Is it going to be more than that? This was posted at around 6:30 a.m. on February the 3rd. So fairly recently as of the time that I'm recording this video. Guys, we got to remember this is typical for crypto. So I've got the total market cap up here on the daily. And what the Wolf of Wall Street did mention was this big liquidation event that we saw back in 2020. Of course, this was the beer flu event when all the markets shut down and there was panic in the markets. Crypto did dive at this point in time too. And we did actually see about a 50% decrease in the market at that point in time. But guys, look what happened right after that point. Okay, we did pretty much just surge. The crypto market did throughout the remaining portion of 2020. And so that was 2020. And then by 2021, the parabolic moved to the upside. Of course, there was that correction, a retrace, and then we had the bear market after that. But ultimately, after this big black swan event, we did see a move to the upside. Now, let's take a look at the FTX collapse. And that was in and around, where was that? That was 2022. That was in and around here. So let's get rid of some of that other stuff on the chart. FTX collapse happened in and around here, November 2022. That was also a big event for crypto. And we did see a decline of roughly 26% in and around that time. So another big liquidation event. Well, the Wolf of Wall Street is saying, you know, this is $2 billion liquidated from the market in 24 hours. So he's giving us a number here. Remember, at this point in time, the market wasn't worth as much as it is today. So guys, what does today's liquidation event represent? Roughly, so here we go. Over the last 3 days, we have been seeing the market pretty much dumping. And if we were to take it here from the bottom, we're only down about 18.5%, and now we've actually rebounded up, so only down about 13%. So what does this mean? Should we panic? Is this a good opportunity to buy more cryptocurrencies? Well, this may be the biggest we've seen, and it could in fact be the biggest one we see until we see the market start ripping. 24-hour wrecked, 2.07 billion. So longs are at 1.79 billion. Shorts, though, 282.64 million. If you want to know where you can track these statistics, Sir Gala Chad down here is saying, for people wondering where I can track these liquidations, he did post a link. So I will link this in the description of the video for you guys if you're interested in following along, if you're interested in those types of metrics. And should we have known all along, this coming from Tony Edwards, we were warned this was going to happen. Inverse Cramer never fails. Jim Cramer said this on January the 28th. Listen to this.
MicroStrategy. Okay, look, I say if you want to own Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. You should own Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a great thing to have in your portfolio. But
I own Bitcoin. You should own Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a great thing to add to your portfolio. And sure enough, that was January the 28th. Let's see where that was here on the chart. In and around here, when Bitcoin was trading in around $101,000 per coin. And sure enough, since that Jim Cramer airing, it is down 7.6%. So again, it's down. Not by much, though. Not by much in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it could be a heck of a lot worse. But wanted to thank Tony Edward, Inverse Cramer, indicator obviously of the blockchain backer, the Wolf of Wall Street, and Allison Kershaw, just for posting those. So now this is looking very different than it has been over the last several months. Fear is now setting in. 39 on the Fear and Greed Index. Dominance for Bitcoin has gone up by a few points here, 61.55%. But guys, take a look at the volume. Volume is down 9.89. It just changed there to 9.51. Market cap is down by 11% as well. We're still hanging on, though, to that $3 trillion mark. So if you take a look at the cryptocurrencies that have been bleeding out, okay, Ethereum down 17.66%. Bitcoin is actually not down by a lot, but, all the altcoins pretty much just got wrecked. XRP down over 20%. And, because XRP has been one of the better performers over the last several months, this is, this is why we're seeing a lot of that money draining out of XRP in the last 24 hours. Solana's down 4.5, Bitcoin's down 14.8. We got Dogecoin down in the 20s, 21, just over 21%. Cardano's down over 24%. So you guys are seeing a theme here. A lot of these altcoins in the 20s down over 20% each. People are getting wrecked. What is the reason for this? I know some of you guys are wondering. NASDAQ futures plunge 2.7% as Trump's trade war rattles markets. Futures tied to the three major U.S. stock exchanges are all in the red as traders prepare for a volatile week ahead. So if you guys are watching this video as I'm releasing it, it is still early hours of the morning Eastern Standard Time, and we got to see what happens when the market opens on Monday morning. United States stock market futures plummeted after U.S. President Donald Trump's recently announced trade tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada, while almost $500 billion exited crypto markets over the past 24 hours. So guys, we got to keep an eye on the other markets too, because this is the macro picture. And again, a flash crash, this is panic selling. Generally speaking, we do have to, keep our wits about us. As they say, NASDAQ 100 futures slumped on February the 3rd, having fallen almost 2.7%, according to FinViz. Meanwhile, other U.S. equity futures opened down, with the Russell 2000 small cap U.S. stock market index down 3.2%, the S&P 500 down 2%, and futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average down around 1.5%. So we're seeing a lot of red in markets, or proposed red in markets, coming up on Monday morning. The U.S. stock futures sell-off came in response to President Donald Trump's imposition of tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China to begin on February the 1st. And February the 1st was a Saturday, so we had a bit of a buffer over the weekend. I mean, the murmurings of the tariff war were kind of getting the market slowly moving down, free falling a little bit, but by Sunday and now Monday, markets have turned completely. So guys, this is the reason, again, panic selling at the moment. Here's a quote: "The market needs to structurally and significantly reprice the trade war risk premium with the announcements on the weekend, roughly 3 times larger than that was envisaged." This coming from the head of FX research at the Deutsche Bank. Meanwhile, Rolf Research, head of U.S. policy and politics, Tobin Marcus, said markets may now need to take the rest of Trump's tariff agenda literally rather than just seriously. If this new level of seriousness gets priced in suddenly, Monday could be a rough day for markets. And again, the crypto market is no different. So at this point, guys, how are you feeling about your portfolio? I hope, you haven't been panicked too much. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, because generally what we see, at the end of cycles, look at that, it's just shot straight up. At the end of cycles, we see Bitcoin dominance actually go down. And generally what we see is altcoins taking up a lot of that market share. So, and Bitcoin dominance is actually doing the opposite. So again, Bitcoin dominance back at 62. And don't forget, it is only February 2025. And, generally speaking, these markets take, I think we're, another 10, 11 months for this market cycle, at least from a time perspective, to finally settle. So these are all positive aspects that we should be looking forward to. The blockchain backer even mentioning, here you go, current +3 example. I did not think the blip we had on the 11th to 15th was our second bull flag, but obviously it was. We've already tested into it. These trends don't last long. What he's looking at here are a few charts. I'm going to go over these. Okay, the XRP to US dollar on the 4-hour. And guys, this was, this is today. This is the current chart that we're currently in at the moment. But look at Ethereum and XRP from back in late 2017 and into early 2018. Look at that back test, guys. Huge back test before we rebounded, came back up into this level of support, and then boom, the blow off top. Same with XRP, and over here, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, you guys can see the same thing happened in 2019 up until 2021. So a lot of this has happened in the past. It's happened before. And here's Merlin the trader. He's posting this. Okay, the biggest bear trap of this cycle. They did it in 2017, in 2021, and now in 2025. Every major bull run has a final bear trap before sending it. And, the beer flu was a great example of that in 2020. You're either going to get shaken out or positioned for the biggest move yet. It is your choice. So just another tweet demonstrating that. Egret Crypto here mentioning this. Okay, the 21 EMA update. Sorry for calling for this crash, but the chart indicated it was a possibility. We could see a drop as low as $2.30, with $1.90 being the last line of defense. Well, we still have not looked at XRP. Let's take a look at XRP right now, guys. On the here's the weekly chart. Boy, that looks ugly. Let's throw it on the 1 hour because as you guys can see, over the last 3 hours, XRP has been retracing healthily. I mean, this big dip to the downside, we actually did go back down below the 196 mark. So $1.96. That was the former tested level of resistance. We did wick down and we based up above that level. At least on the hourly, we based up above in and around $2.09. So currently, one XRP is going for $2.28. We still have to wait and see how this plays out before we can really get an idea of what happens next. If you're looking to buy the dip, though, this is it. Again, this is coming from Meg Red Crypto. But don't let fear hold you back. We could see a drop as low as 230, with 190 being the last line of defense. If you're looking to buy the dip, this is it. So again, just mentioning that. And, he posted the same thing back on February the 1st. So we pretty much hit that 190 level, dipped down below it. And now we're just kind of hovering above that level at $2.09 per XRP. But as you guys, again, just going to show you this again. As you guys can see, it's not just XRP that is bleeding. It is all the altcoins. So it is panic selling in the market. This happens sometimes. Nick Crypto Crusader also commenting, the crypto bull run is over. He's putting this in quotes because I know a lot of people are probably thinking this. The entire market just nuked as BTC.D, so the Bitcoin dominance, surged and altcoins got completely slaughtered. The real question we should be asking, is this cycle different from the previous ones? Below I have 3 charts on the 12-month time frame. So Bitcoin dominance, the total, and the total 3. If we look at these 3 charts and look at the previous cycles, we can see that this is the year the market should experience alt season and top out completely. If we are still following the 4-year cycle, we should have absolutely nothing to worry about. However, is this cycle different? So we're hoping we're still following the 4-year cycle. In his opinion, though, we are experiencing a significant sell-off combined with external factors like the trade war ignited by the Trump administration. We are watching the market react in a very impulsive way during the weekend to the announcement of tariffs. I believe this market full sends much higher this year, and altcoins will experience alt season. Not every altcoin, of course, but most of the altcoin market should. I want you all to understand that we will continue to have significant sell-offs, even in the middle of a bull run. We watched as the market had multiple 30-plus shakeouts even back in 2020 and 2021, and 2017 and 2018. So never trust weekend price action. This is an interesting thing that he's mentioning here. I will say stocks will most likely plummet upon open tomorrow, dragging crypto down with it. This will be an opportunity in disguise. As it is even now. In a few weeks, none of this price action will matter, similar to how the 2020 beer flu crash didn't matter, and how ultimately the Luna FTX crashed also didn't matter at all, except for those holding Luna, unfortunately. Don't lose focus on this target, guys. This cycle is not different than any other previous ones, in my opinion, and I see this market hitting $7 to $10 trillion in market cap before we top. So here's the thing, guys. Once we start seeing these crashes, we know the top is getting closer and closer. Again, it's only February. We have projected down into fall. For more information on what I'm doing, and I'm going to be updating my Patreon subscribers, of course, with another market update. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. What I'm doing, what my targets are, when I decide to sell, when I decide to hold. All that stuff can be found at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Nick Crypto Crusader also commenting, I'm seeing a lot of people asking, where's the money going to come from to support this next rally? Well, go check how much money is parked in money market funds. There is close to $7 trillion on the sidelines right now. And he just posted this, money market funds for assets coming from government, retail, institutional, and then prime, tax exempt as well. So that total is equivalent to about 6.872 $872 trillion. So that makes up a large chunk of money coming into the market. Some people even suggesting that David Schwartz warned us. I mean, the trade war was already on the back burner. We had heard about it, and this obviously isn't great for economies. But Fojack here commenting on this, 1.11 trillion in liquidations in 24 hours. There's only one man who knew beforehand. Cryptomaniac originally tweeted this tweet out, and he is pointing to this David Schwartz riddle that we thought could have been a positive sign for crypto. Maybe David Schwartz was warning us instead. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, some people are reading into this as, this was David Schwartz warning us. The trade war was pending. And even Mr. Poole apparently did post something in and around this time 3 years ago. Mr. Poole, when the ride ends, Delta is coming up on February the 10th. The Economist issued that specific cover of the magazine for the week of February the 12th to 18th, 2022. And so remember what we got this past week between announcements of Christine Lagarde not selecting Bitcoin for EU Central Bank Reserve and Tether being delisted off exchanges in the EU, and stablecoin regulation coming. The end of the ride is just around the corner with a financial reset to finish it off. So, some other things maybe to consider when looking at what's happening here. Especially if you like the riddles. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, I'm not surprised we are seeing these types of corrections again for cryptocurrencies like XRP. We have seen a bit more of a correction than maybe other altcoins, but at the end of the day, we are still hovering in this level of support in and around here now. So let me just zoom out here. So what we are doing is now we are hovering at this particular point where that blue line is, and now we're just trying to stay above this level in here. Again, going and holding below $1.96. I think that was the last level of resistance, the last major level. That would be a bad sign, but right now we're holding up. It was a mass sell-off, don't forget. Anyway, wanted to thank Stevie and Fojack, Nick Crypto Crusader, Greg Crypto, Merlin the Trader, and Blockchain Backer just for posting those. John Deaton came out on the Thinking Crypto podcast. Let's look at the positive side for a second. Wow. Attorney John Deaton says there's a real good chance of XRP flipping Ethereum this bull run. So don't forget the send-off. That's still on the table. That should be coming up in a few months.
XRP is the third largest crypto asset. I believe there's a real good chance that it flips Ethereum. I think it flips it around $8, $7, something like that.
There are a lot of people in the space, myself included, that thinks XRP could do better than it already has. So $3.40, still just the beginning, guys. Also, remember, data has revealed that retail investors are panic selling as institutions quietly accumulate. So here is retail, larger investors in the price. Retail is in the purple here. Retail is dumping while larger investors are accumulating. And I believe this is for Bitcoin specifically. So guys, crypto not dead yet. Johan Wee saying, this is every cycle, new users getting shaken out. And again, for more information on what I'm personally doing, I've been in 3 of these. Follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for more insight. Then they see the markets blow off top and panic buy back in. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. A lot of these users sold at a loss, and some will buy back higher, holding through the bear market. And I don't think that is a strategy that I like. Buying at the top, holding through the bear market, getting that round trip all the way around, not great. I'm going to share some wisdom you don't hear from billionaires or financial executives. This coming from Vandel. When the entire crypto market drops like this, as a whole, it's almost always 100% pure manipulation by insider whales. So that could be another factor driving this sell-off. Smart money is eager to buy low and push the market back up on their terms, but few comprehend this in reality. So Danny here also just retweeting that chart that I just showed you guys. Retail investors are selling while institutions are buying up, guys. So is this a good opportunity to buy XRP? Well, if your bags are not packed yet, $2.21 per coin, as is the current price right now. Not a terrible price to buy, in my opinion, especially at this point in the cycle. But again, for more information on what I'm doing personally, because I'm keeping it transparent, opening up my portfolio, giving you guys all my targets, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for that information, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.